Welcome back to a Clann a Day podcast brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald, and today we dive into the fascinating and complex story of Clann Ross, or Clann Anndrais in Gaelic. This Highland clan's history is intertwined with the earldom of Ross, with connections to ancient Celtic traditions, the power struggles of medieval Scotland, and even battles against Norse invaders. The clan's resilience and adaptability over centuries tell a remarkable story of survival in the rugged north. The origins of Clann Ross can be traced back to the ancient Maormors, or provincial rulers of Ross. The name Ross itself is derived from the Gaelic word for promontory, fitting for a clan that controlled the large peninsula in the northern Highlands. The clan's Gaelic title, Clann Anndrais, meaning the descendants of the follower of St Andrew, reflects their connection to Scotland's patron saint. Tradition holds that one of their early leaders was devoted to the saint, establishing the clan's spiritual heritage. Historically, the first prominent leader of the clan was Future Mac and T. Sagairt, or son of the priest. He was knighted by King Alexander II around 1215 for his role in quashing a rebellion led by Donald Bain, a claimant to the Scottish throne. Future was then made the Earl of Ross, marking the official rise of the clan in Scottish nobility. His military prowess and loyalty to the crown laid the foundation for Clann Ross's centuries-long influence. Clann Ross played significant roles during Scotland's wars of independence. Future's grandson, William, led the clan at the famed Battle of Bannockburn in 1314, fighting alongside Robert the Bruce. This critical Scottish victory cemented the Bruce family's hold on the throne and demonstrated the Ross clan's commitment to Scotland's freedom. In contrast, the clan experienced a tragic loss in 1333 when Hugh, the fifth Earl of Ross, was killed at the Battle of Halidon Hill during a failed attempt to lift the siege of Berwick. The ongoing wars and shifting allegiances across the Highlands meant the clan was constantly involved in political and military affairs, reinforcing their presence as one of the most powerful families in the north. The clan's fortunes took a turn after the death of William, the sixth Earl of Ross, who left no male heir. This lack of a direct successor led to a bitter power struggle over the earldom of Ross between the Lords of the Isles and the Duke of Albany. The dispute culminated in the Battle of Harlaw in 1411, a bloody confrontation that ultimately saw the power of the Lords of the Isles checked, but also signalled the separation of the Ross earldom from the clan's leadership. The earldom passed through marriage into other noble families, while the chiefship devolved to the Rosses of Balnagowan, a cadet branch of the clan. The 15th and 16th centuries were marked by frequent feuding between Highland clans. Clann Ross had a particularly fierce rivalry with the Mackays of Strathnavar. One of the most infamous clashes was the Battle of Aldy Charrish in 1486, where the Ross chief, Alexander Ross of Balnagowan, and 17 other members of the clan were killed. This devastating loss further weakened the clan's influence in the region. The Mackays continued to raid Ross territories, and although the Rosses sought royal intervention, peace was often short-lived. During the tumultuous 17th century, Clann Ross was divided in their loyalties during the Wars of the Three Kingdoms. David Ross, the 12th of Balnagowan, initially sided with the Royalists but later switched to the Covenanters, aligning with those opposed to the monarchy. He fought at the Battle of Worcester in 1651, where he was captured and later died as a prisoner in the Tower of London. By the time of the Jacobite Rebellions in the early 18th century, the Rosses had shifted firmly into the government's camp, fighting against the Jacobites at the skirmish of Alness in 1715 and the Battle of Glenshiel in 1719. The clan's firm stance against the Jacobites during these rebellions further distanced them from their Highland counterparts, solidifying their position as loyal supporters of the British Crown. In the early 18th century, the direct line of the Rosses of Balnagowan came to an end. David Ross, the last of the line, sold the estate to the Rosses of Hawkhead, a branch of the family from Renfrewshire. However, the new owners had no blood relation to the original Highland chiefs. After this period, the Pitcairn branch of the clan assumed the chiefship, representing the old line of Northern Rosses. Despite the decline of their chief's power, Clan Ross remained influential. Many members of the clan migrated, making significant contributions abroad, particularly in America and Canada. The Rosses even boasted connections to Prussia, where they became noted military leaders. Today, Clan Ross continues to celebrate its heritage. Balnagowan Castle, once the seat of the Ross chiefs, is now privately owned by businessman Mohammed Al-Fayed, who has restored the castle and its grounds. The modern chief, Baron David Campbell Ross, resides in Perthshire, and the Ross Clan Society works to preserve the rich history of this remarkable Highland family. From their beginnings as followers of St Andrew to their time as powerful earls and Highland warriors, the Rosses have left an indelible mark on Scottish history. Their story is one of adaptability, resilience, and fierce loyalty, qualities that have defined them for centuries. Thank you for joining us today on a Clann Anndrais podcast as we explored the rich legacy of Clan Ross. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another journey into Scotland's storied past. I'm Colin MacDonald, and as always, go Nairy and both are late.